Everyone, and welcome back. Today we are taking a look at the Transformers Legacy Evolution Prime Universe Skyquake, and I love him so much. He is my favorite Legacy jet former. I love him. Oh, I love him so much. He is such a fun toy. Unfortunately, however, he did break on me. He has the scar to prove it. Yeah, his bottom wing, unfortunately, broke off. So he does have a scar. Gorilla glued it, kept it in this position just so that everything stayed nice and tight and, properly oriented, and I left him for like 48 hours, and he is solid again. He is able to put up with the wear and tear, and yeah, but let's get to that wonderful face, because this face is a very, very cool. I love this. I love the fact that it is a mix of both the Prime and the original moldings face. Like, I think this looks really good, and they did a very good job blending the two together. And this looks very good. I also love the shoulder pads, making him look like he belongs in the Frieza Force. I love it. I love the added silver here. The chest is also very nice. You have the very nice, clean, translucent, kind of canopy window here. You get a vent right here. Now, it is not my favorite because I did kind of prefer the chest design for the Prime toy, whereas the cockpit chest. But you know what? This still looks very good, and I very much like it. Very nice, big, beefy legs and feet. Very little in terms of like open gaps, which I love. The only real open gaps are just the shins here, and even then, that's fine. Less can be said about the back, which is literally held together just by the nose cone pegging into the chest piece, which kind of makes it so that the wings go back a bit. Now, something weird is that there is a spot for you to hook in the wings so that they stay upright. Yeah? It doesn't want to connect. There's something going on, and I feel like it's on like a lot of copies where they don't want to properly connect. So instead of the wings being, properly positioned up like this, they're a little bit back and a little down, and it's a little awkward when posing them on the shelf, but honestly, it's not that big of a deal. It's just a little awkward, when you're putting it on the shelf. It also kind of, unfortunately, messes with his stability, too, because he has such a large amount of backpack that is constantly facing, like, going in that direction. It's very awkward to get him to, stand up. But, he still looks very nice. Like, he looks like a big bruiser type fella, and I love that. It looks like he just came out of the cryopod that Starscream got him out of. And he also comes with his very nice, obvious minigun that go brrrr, which is very nice. You have the two handles. You have one here and one here. And you can spin this handle around on a ball joint, which is very nice. Put that in, and that's for vehicle mode. Or you can leave it up, do this, turn that around. And this is how I like having him posed. So there are ports on the bottoms of his forearms. And you want to put this peg into that hole. Just like that. And that makes it look like the giant Gatling gun just came right out of his arm. And that looks really freaking cool. Like that just adds like so much more menace to him. The fact that he has a gun, like just a friggin' chainsaw. I was gonna say a chainsaw, a chain gun just constantly going under his arm. There's that. And you want to pop out this nice translucent piece here. Very nicely done. And you hit the corner. You get a little sword. Now, it's been a while since I watched this guy's introduction. Because it makes me sad every time. It makes me sad every time I watch it, because I'm like, oh my god, this guy's so cool. He's going to be a great addition to the Decepticons. And then he dies. It's like, god damn it. Why introduce the cool guy if you're going to kill the cool guy off in the same fucking episode? 5 minutes in. Okay, we're good. Phew. Anyways, I very much like it, and I'm glad they got another reuse out of the mold when they brought Dreadwing in. But yeah, I love the colors on Skyquake. I love how military he looks. Like the dark red, the dark green, the bits of orange that they have plastered throughout his body. Like this all looks very nice and very, very cool. I also like all the dark gray that they have here, and the very nice silver that they painted on the bottoms of the wings, just to add a little pop. But yeah, so for articulation, head is on a ball joint, so it can go a full 360, which is wonderful. He can look up that far, and that is beautiful. He can look all the way up. Curse Starscream. He can't really look down a whole lot, unfortunately. You can kind of do that. You can break the transformation a bit, give him an ab crunch, which is nice. Connect that back together, which is a pain in the butt. You can also slide his head back and forth, so he can do a widdly widdly woo. He can kind of chicken walk himself. The shoulder pads are also on a set of hinges, which is nice, so they can get out of the way. And you can also make it so that he can cross his arms, which is friggin' cool. Now he looks like the best bouncer on Cybertron. Look at that. He just looks angry. Or make him ponder. He was a tinker before he was a fighter, he was. Yes, sir, he was, Yeah. You get a very nice 360 on the shoulders, which is awesome. And a lot of his joints are actually ratchet joints, so they are very squeaky. Yeah, they're a little squeaky. And on mine, a lot of the joints are pretty tight, actually. Now, I haven't had any problems, thankfully, but when I pull down, there's a lot of pressure coming from the inside. Because the shoulders don't, like, tab in or anything to anywhere, they're just kind of free-floating. And while that does make for very nice posing, it's a little worrisome structurally. So that is something, to keep in mind when you're playing around with this guy. You get a bicep swivel, which is amazing. And you get over 90 degree of bend at the elbow because of the double hinge here. You get a waist swivel, which is very nice. Legs can go out that far, back that far, and you get that far at the first knee, and a little bit more with the second knee. So you can knee people, which is very nice. And not a whole lot of movement at the little toesy woesies, which is a little sad. But it is okay. So, over here. Stay. I said stay, man. Come on. I know you don't want me to do this, bud, but we got to. Come on. Stand. Stand. I know you don't like being in the same room as him, but we have to. We have to. Here he is next to Starscream. Just getting that whole tension thing out of the way. We know Starscream killed you. It's fine. There's that. Here we have him next to Optimus a frackin' Prime. Because same episode. Optimus was very caring and very nice to Skyquake, which was very nice. I don't have a Prime Universe B, but here he is next to the tiny B, because, B technically was the one to kill him. I am putting this poor boy through so much trauma with just the figures. I'm sorry, Skyquake. I'm sorry. And here we have him with a guy I can't remember who his name is, because I am a fool, and I apologize. But, they look very nice together. A little weird on the coloring, but that's why I'm very much looking forward to getting Dreadwind, because this guy actually would suit Dreadwind's color scheme, and with the new Havoc Squad, the Decepticon Wrecker thing, we're getting a dark red version of this guy. I want to call him Nose Cone. I think it's Nose Cone. I can't remember, and I feel bad. But the dark red, not Nose Cone, will match this guy a little bit better, methinks. But now it is time to transform. Yes. So, first thing you're going to want to do is take the shoulders, move them all the way up, like so. And then you want to pull the head back. It's just on a slider, so you can slide it in and out, which is wonderful. And then you want to take this entire back section here, the nose cone, and just bring that up. And that breaks the entire kind of backpack chest section. And then you just want to bring the entire backpack up. Like so. Flip out the nose cone. Flip back in the landing gear. Just because we don't need it right now. Flip up. What the? Oh, I see. I see what's going on. Move that over. Move that over. Head actually should be up. Wait a minute. There we go. Move that back again. There we go. Everything makes sense again. Alright, like so. Move the arms just kind of out of the way. Sorry, it's a very finicky transformation, so trying to make sure that everything is, where it should be. Now, one thing that's a little bit terrifying with this guy, and it's not these parts. No, it is this entire chest section. Now, it is very thin, as you can see, but it is holding up a lot of mass. So you want to be very careful kind of playing around with it. Now, they do make it so that it looks very, very sturdy. I have not had any problems when I transform this guy, and I'm usually kind of rough with my transformations. As you can see there. Pop the wing off, but that's fine. They just pop right back on. That was the completely wrong piece. There we go. Come on. Pop back down, damn you. There we are. Take that around. Rotate this around. Like so, like so. There we go, there we go. Close that up. Close this up. Now you have the entire kind of main body section of the plane done. So, now that fun bit's out of the way, we take the arms, rotate them down, and then you want to take this very nice hidden panel and just bring it all the way back. And then we close in the fists. Do the same on the other side. Down, move. Come on, you. Come on, you. You bullocks, you. There we go. And then you want to take the tire hinge and just kind of bring it in like so. That is the main reason for the double hinge, is for the back, and you can kind of see they grooved out a portion of it just so that it sits nice and flush. Bring it in like so, and then you just want to do the same to the other side. Bring it in, and you just want to connect the two together. I said connect together. Come on, please. Please. Thank you very much. There we goes. Here's there. Wait. Nope. There we go. Now it's nice and connected. Nice, solid connection. And now we come to the big clippity-cloppities. So you want to push down the feet, make them nice and solid. Then you want to turn them at the waist here. Oh, wait a minute. No, you want to turn them this way. Take them all the way up and around so that they look like this. And then you want to bring out the tail wings. Just kind of peg them in. And then there's a nice big enough gap for you to collapse everything together. Then you just want to do the same on the other side. Swing it all the way around. Open. Bring that out. Bring that out. Connect it all together. There we go. There we go. And finally, we take the wings, and they will have very large pegs right here. And they will peg into that port right there. Close that up. Close that up. And here we have that. And then the final bit is just to put these big panels right here off to the side, like so. Finally, we take out the landing gear. And we set him on the ground. Pop these up. Very nice, very nice. And there we have it. And I gotta say, I love this alt mode. It is such a wonderful representation of the jet that we had in the show. Like, this thing looks absolutely beautiful. It looks like a bloody sky fortress. That is what it reminds me of, and I love it for that fact. Like, this thing looks like it can take a beating. But also, ooh, knocked the camera. But also dish it out, too. Like, this thing is gorgeous. And as you can see, a lot more of the silver actually starts popping through with the vents here on the main body. Again, you have some of the silver just right here on the tip. You go for a very nice gunmetal actually going around the cockpit too, which is very interesting. So it's nice to see that kind of color delineation. Delineation? That's not it. That is a word I made up to try and sound smart. I apologize for lying to y'all. You also have very nice vent detail just going in on the wings here. And yeah, no, this is beautiful. And just look at that undercarriage. That is probably one of the cleanest jet former undercarriages I have kind of seen. Like, that is beautiful. It is so masterfully done. And the fact that we got a landing gear, heck yeah. You can, again, also store the minigun on Skyquake, which is wonderful. You just take this peg right here, and you want to peg it into this hole right here. And it will very nicely match up in between the arms, and there you go. Now he is shooting a whole bunch of a whole bunch of Autobots, humans, or whomever Megatron tells him to. Either that, or he's trying to beat the crap out of Lugnut, because Lugnut claims he's more loyal to Megatron. But yeah, I love this thing. It has such a very good swooshability to it. Just, I love it so much. On the back, you have the two thrusters that were his heels. These are blast effect compatible, which is very nice. Plug that in. Bigger one. Which is very nice. Unfortunately, this one, the middle one, is not blast effect compatible, which sucks. But that is... It stinks, but I understand because of the way that it works in terms of transformation. It makes sense why it doesn't. You know? Because it has to split apart, it's a little harder to incorporate one of those. That is a solid connection like it would for the other two. But anyways, there is another thing that you can do. Folding down I don't know what to call these. I'm just going to say tail fins. Don't at me, jet people. And then we want to bring in Needle Nose. I remember his name. And you want to take the either two of these grates here, and you can peg him on. Basically bringing back that Predator design from the original toy. Come on, you bugger. Okay. why don't you want to do this? Why, this is literally your entire point of being on here. There we go. And there you go. Now you have the Predator jets kind of together again. And yeah, they look good, you know, together. It's a little awkward because of how big Needlenose is, but it's still pretty damn cool. And while the colors do clash a bit, again, I feel like the repaints of both Skyquake and Needlenose will look better when matched with their respective partners, I guess. Yeah, so there's that. You can see Tiny Jet, Big Jet. There's that, and once again, here he is next to an F-15. There's that. And yeah, definitely. Oh boy. I definitely feel like this guy's gonna beat the crap out of Starscream. So let's get Starscream out of the way there. Oh, actually, something I did forget is you get an opening cockpit. And they molded in little seats as well, and a little control panel too. Like, goddamn, that's nice. You have a little Agent Fowler sitting in here before he has to eject because freaking Skyquake decided, hey, that's a cool jet. I want it. Say goodbye to plane. Yeah. That's also something interesting that they did in Prime. When they scan something, does that mean that they are literally are they short-circuiting the original vehicle? And then, like, taking on that shape? Like, are they literally having to destroy everything in the original vehicle to then make it function? Like, to make their alt mode function? Interesting. That's just what I'm trying to get at. Here we have him next to Prime. And that just doesn't look right at all. That cockpit is way too tiny. The jet is too small for a giant truck. But he's funny. So there's that. And here we have him next to his murderer, Bumblebee. And yeah. But yeah. So that is it for Legacy Evolution Skyquake. I highly recommend this guy. Like, 100% totally recommend getting this guy or his brother, Sky... I was gonna say Skytread, not Skytread. Oh god. Darkwing. Darkwing. Not Darkwing. Skyquake. Oh god. Oh god. I said his name earlier. Oh god. Anyway, either one of these molds, 100%, I would so recommend because the figure is so much fun to play with. I love it. And, you know, once I'm, you know, a little bit more stable, I definitely would love to get his brother because Dreadwing. That was it, Dreadwing. I so would love that just because I would love to have the two brothers just together again. And we will finally put the landing gear back up. There we go. And there we go. But yeah, so that is it for my review. I hope you have enjoyed. Sorry I rambled a bit. I love this guy so much. But yeah, so have a good rest of your day, night, or whenever you watch this video, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye, everyone!